studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You've tuned into the Generation Evolution for Wednesday, April 16th, 2025. I'm Mike,
I'm Christian.
Mark.
and good evening, gentlemen. It's a special night, special
Yep.
show. Continuing our trend this week of going going to show every single solitary day here on the beats. Just throwing people off. They're like, how are you guys doing so many shows in a row? This is 4 days in a row, and people are just surprised. So, Christian, I surprised you with the opening song here. What are we opening?
Def Rebel Time of Arrival, aka Julia's theme, which I absolutely love.
So, Christian, why not? You told me you love this song. I figured I'd surprise you with the opening.
What are we closing with, Stephanie over here?
No, we're not. We'll tell you later. All right. Anyway, today is going to be a shorter show than normal. Wait, let me turn this off. I got to take that off. Be a shorter show than normal because we're just here to give everyone a little preview for NXT Stand and Deliver, which is this Saturday afternoon. For us, I believe it's at 1 o'clock. I think.
It's either 1 or noon.
Noon our time. This is Central Time. I'm getting so confused with the time zones because they're in the Western time zones. Everything's all screwed up in my brain. Hopefully, by the time I get to Saturday, I'll have this all figured out. Not gonna lie, I'm really confused by time zone right now. I'm so used to using with Eastern and Central time zone that the Pacific time zones are really throwing me off. Him and John dealt with that on the show on Sunday and Monday, where the times were really throwing me off. So, anyway, we're here to talk about NXT Stand and Deliver, which is their traditional WrestleMania weekend show, which until about 2 weeks ago didn't have any matches announced for.
Oh, boy, they say, oh, we don't have any matches? Bet.
Well, the problem was, this is, unlike years past, they have NXT now on the CW, so they have to actually do main events on the CW. So you can't do everything on PLEs now. You have to actually do big shows on NXT. But it means we now have a jam-packed show, though. We have a very jam-packed show for us to talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get started. Let's get right into things. Well, we'll start at the kickoff show because NXT actually gave us the kickoff show match. WWE is doing 2 nights of Mania. We have no kickoff show matches, but NXT we have a kickoff show match. Go figure. I think the dog's trying to get into the basement. So while Christian gets the dog back upstairs, you can see by his window. I'm leaving his window open because it's very funny to watch him go upstairs and get the dog back upstairs.
Like a sheep herder.
But it's very funny. I'm going to keep that in. That's very funny. But anyway, live
Dang, blast it, Snoopy.
Live podcast is fun.
Dang,
By the way,
blast it.
if people look behind him, I'd be decorated a little bit. Behind him is a new Mariah May t-shirt hanging up behind him.
Oh, also, something very beautiful that this man put up.
I'll go to the 2 cam for this because it's worth it. Let me go to the 2 cam.
No, I'm gonna put it on my camera because it's so much easier.
Or I could just do this.
That works too. This man, last show, I got a Darby Allin mini figure thingy, and this man decided to put it in the "This Is Fine Fire" Lego diorama
that he made last show.
So he's right here with the flamethrower.
I couldn't help myself.
Which I cannot lie, absolutely fucking beautiful.
I couldn't help
10
myself.
out of 10.
I couldn't help myself.
So you're reliving Darby with the flamethrower?
Oh yeah, well, that was in his All Elite box on the Sunday show.
Ooh.
The All Elite box on Sunday show. So I had to put it in the.
That was absolutely beautiful.
It was a nice surprise that he came down. But yeah, you can see some New Japan decorations. I redecorated.
Oh, and then right next to me
is the New Japan sign that he got from.
Oh, wait.
There
we go. Hey.
Hey.
Have this as well.
Yeah. So I decorated a little bit down here because behind me I also moved things around on my end too. So
did you get the New Japan from the president?
The shirt for me, but more on his side.
Yeah, there's a new Mariah May shirt up. The Wrestle Riot shirt up. There's another New Japan thing up. A whole bunch of stuff. I redecorated. So
and then over here we got the magnet.
Yeah. So we have a whole bunch of stuff up everywhere. So
cool.
You can kind of see it from the screen.
So anyway, let's get back to NXT Stand and Deliver, the kickoff show. We actually have a kickoff match to talk about. And it's actually a big match. It's actually a very big match.
A lot of great people in it.
Let me actually, there you go. I do have everything set up here. It is the WWE Tag Team Championship, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match.
Say that 10 times fast.
I don't want to. It is the Meta Girl, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson. Fatal Influence, Battle Handling, and JC Jane. Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan. And Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade.
Ooh, wow.
This is a really interesting match for me. I'm not gonna lie. I have an idea what they may do. I'm gonna go last. Christian, why don't you go?
Perez and Cora.
Why do you think of that?
I mean, after all this time, Roxanne is begging to be on the card, so at this point, they might give her the win, or they're gonna screw everyone over. It's gonna be the Meta Girls.
How'd that screw everybody over?
No, screw them over.
Okay. Now, what do you think?
Screw over Roxanne and Cora.
What do you think, Deb?
I think it's gonna go to the last two teams are gonna be the Meta Girls
It's not a
and
match.
and Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. But my thing is, I see Cora Jade turning on Roxanne Perez and costing him the match, giving it to the Meta Girls.
See, I'm actually going to agree with this one, but there's a reason. I was going to go last. Here's my theory. Roxanne's in the middle of a quasi call-up, right?
True.
What if this is her call-up officially, but Cora goes with her? And because the number of contenders, they go up together as a tag team to help the tag team.
Excuse me.
That would be
Interesting theory.
So that would be
just
intriguing.
a theory.
So that'd be intriguing. That's where I'm standing right now.
What the hell was that?
Siri.
Watch one up again.
Oh, shut up, Siri.
He said theory, and the watch he said Siri.
Shut up, Siri.
Anyway, well, I hope people on. By the way, this is for everyone that's listening on a speaker. Hi, Siri. Anyway,
Alexa, set an alarm
no.
for 6.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So,
Don't do that.
I mean, has there been rumblings that
Hey Google.
Cora Jade is ready to go to be called up, or
I think Cora's. No, I don't know about rumbling. I'm giving my opinion. I think Cora is ready to get called up. I think she should be called up. I don't think she's needed in NXT right now, honestly. I think he's just there because they never figure out a way to get her up at the top. The women's division in NXT is so fucking stacked. The women's division on Evolve is so fucking stacked. Cora and the matter of fact, Cora and Roxanne and Lash and Jakara could all get called up, and they're not going to be missed because of how stacked the NXT division is. All 4 of them can get called up after Mania. You know, so
I mean,
it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Just the people that are involved in this particular match,
And that's just a match. It's a pre-show match.
This is just a tip of the iceberg as far as the women's division.
I know. That's my point. I'm like, there's so much talent. So, all right, let's move on to the main show. I'm going to assume this is not the opener. It's just the order I put things in because it's the only non-title match on the show. Only non-title match. It is the D'Angelo family. Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks runs out, and Lucha Rufino with Adriana Rizzo versus Dark State. DL Lennox, Cutler James, Saquon Sugars.
Saquon.
What did I say?
Saquon.
So that's the Saquon. I think it's because of all my years of making fun of Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Saquon Sugars and or S. Griffins. They didn't say who's going to be the 3 men. I don't think it's going to matter. Honestly, I don't think it's going to really matter.
D'Angelo hires 4th man. It's going to be 4-4.
Or my prediction is Dark State's going to win, and Lorenzo's going to turn on Tony.
You read my mind.
Are you thinking the same thing?
Well,
Yeah, there's the inner conflict between Stacks and the Don, and I think it's time for the underboss to step forward and basically be the new boss of Darkseid.
It was never for the family.
No,
it was never for the family.
It's interesting. I'm intrigued by it because it's very mafia-like for someone on the inside to turn on the leader. It's very mafia-like, and that's the whole gimmick. So
they're a mafia.
So I can totally see it. I just don't think Darcy can afford a loss right now. I don't think they can afford a loss. They need to win the Angel family. They can't afford a loss, especially if it's a turn.
Yeah,
I mean, so,
they have to basically have the.
Yeah, Dad, Christian, go.
I'm sorry. Is it going to be just Lorenzo, or is it going to be Luca and her?
I think Luca's doing his own thing over on Evolve. Luca's doing his own thing over on Evolve. I think Riz is going to stay with Tony. Okay. I think Riz is going to stay with Tony. Luca's doing his own thing on Evolve. And Stacks will go off. Dark State are off on his own. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm standing on this. This based on other programming. I think Riz is a good manager. I think he's really a manager, and he's really good with Tony. Mm-hmm. So, But let's move on. Let's go to the ladder match that I called 3 months ago, but here we are. NXT Women's North American Championship is a ladder match. It is Zarya, Alani Jordan, Sol Ruka, Izzy Dame, Lola Vice, and Thea Hale.
Before we get into it, editor, please put up a video of him calling it.
Well, I
Thank you.
can't do that because I didn't call it on the show. I called it in a text message with my friend Josh.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
I think
Put it up on the show.
I think there's actually a clip on our TikTok page from when I talked about that on the show. But anyway, go to our TikTok page. You can see that. But anyway, ladder match. You know, until last night, I had a pick. Then my pick changed. My pick changed.
Was that because of the unexpected surprise?
Yeah, literally
That
on the
was
show last
kind
night.
of ruined.
It was ruined if you were paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, so it wasn't ruined for me. Are y'all agreeing here at Thea Hale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not, because she has all the potential, and it seems like they're giving her a push
And better music.
because
Holy
she's
shit.
returned. So
I got a question for both of you.
Go ahead.
Who was it before Thea Hale?
The champion?
No, who would have won if it wasn't if Thea
Oh,
Hale
I
was-
was actually leaning towards Sol Ruka, personally.
Okay, Papa, who were you going
But-
with?
here's
Oh,
the
really?
thing. So
Well, Christian asked you a question. Christian asked you a question.
okay,
So, first, Thea Hale, who do you think would have won this match before Thea Hale entered it?
I was gonna go with Zarya.
Sorry.
I
Okay.
was, I
fair
was
enough.
gonna go with Lola Vice,
Okay, fair enough. All valid answers. Those are all valid.
but now I think we all agree Thea Hale.
Well, as I said last night when we were watching the show, Thea Hale was made. This title was made for Thea Hale. This title was made for Thea Hale, like Alani
Yep.
Jordan. Like it was made for her, and I think she's gonna have a great run with it if they give it to her.
The
I was
perpetual.
long last year. I was long last year because
What-
last
what'd you say
year,
last year,
Kalani Jordan won this ladder match at the end of the liver, and I
Right.
picked Alan Henley. So we'll see what happens. So So,
Here's the thing with Thea Hale is she brought back that type of personality that she had
just missed it. It was
with
missing.
Chase U, but now it seems like it's more amped up.
And I like it a lot. I really like her new gimmick.
But
It's
I
actually
do-
more like her social media.
but I do like how she still supports
Andre,
Chase,
yes,
even though she literally said she's not gonna come back.
which is not a bad thing. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it anymore. If she's
But
happy,
what I would love to see is if Chase needs help, she comes to.
oh, I
she goes
agree.
for him.
If there's a female that you have to go after, I think it's not over, but I think it's over for now.
If I would love to see if one more time if he needs if his two students currently right now are taken out
Or if they need a female, or if
or they need a
help.
female. No. Fantasy booking real quick. They somehow get this probably never happened. They get Duke Hudson back, Riley Osborne and Thea Hale chase you one actual last time.
That'd be interesting.
They all
You
come out
know,
with the music, with outfits and everything.
Riley Osborne is currently in Evolve.
hmm
Duke Hudson, obviously, we talked about he's doing an indie show this weekend.
But if somehow they can get them all back for one more chase you run, or not even run, just for a match, with the outfit, the logo, the whole crowd area thing, and the entrance music, that would be amazing.
I know Andre Chase comes out. So
I could see Mr. Chase bringing the two new students, and they're in the cheering section to cheer her on, and that's when she sparks up and kicks ass.
I got a question though. I got a question. I got a question though. Is it a teachable moment?
teachable moment, definitely.
It's a teachable moment. Damn it!
Let's
Can
move
we
on.
get that on the soundboard or like the?
I have to find it. I have to find that. It's been a long
It's a
time.
teachable moment.
It's been a long time. I have to find that. All right, let's move on.
One more thing about Chase U, I always love the school bits where he cursed the shit out of that one kid.
Oh, I love that from the minute it happened. Your mother thought I was crazy. I would laugh every time. Like I lost it every
He
fucking
cursed
time.
the shit out of that one kid.
It made me laugh from day one. That joke got me every time.
By the way, for three
Didn't-
of the segments, it was the same guy.
it was.
3 of the segments was the same kid.
Didn't he like beat the shit out of one kid?
Threw a chair one time.
Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's move on. Let's move,
Move
on.
on,
We-
move on, move on.
We have a NXT Tag Team Championship match. Told me this was going to be the match 3 months ago. I would not have believed you.
Nope.
But here we are. It is for Axiom. Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus
The
Hank
longest reigning, God knows how long tag team champion.
and Hank and Tank. Sure.
And this is their theme.
Hang on. There it is. How do you say that? I'm actually going to see. I think Undisputed Era is still the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champion. I'm gonna double check that. I'm 100% sure on that. I'm looking up real fast. But well, I'll look this up. Christian, why don't you pick who's going on here?
I'm gonna go with Fraxium because, like you said, I don't think Hank and Tank would be the ones beat him. But Hank and Tank have earned my respect from going from number 1, taking down 4 teams.
Yeah, they're gonna earn a title shot at the hell of a way to do it.
They went
Hell of
from
a
number
way.
1 all the way to the end of that gauntlet match, and they got my respect for that.
Yeah, 100%.
They're not gonna win, but they got my respect.
I didn't expect that. I did not expect that from them at all. Like, on any level did I expect that from them. Yeah, go ahead.
Hank and Tank have made a statement, and the statement is they think it's ready and it's their time. But I don't think it's their time yet. I think that Fraxium's still going to hang on until they get called up, and then they have a tournament for the vacated titles.
Oh, they have to lose the belts. They have to lose the belts. Eventually, they have to lose the belts. They've had the belts too long for them not to lose the belts.
God knows how long.
Yeah, I'm actually through the 51 days as of today.
And did they
Wow.
beat?
Oh, no, combined. Sorry, as of today, this reign. I'm trying to find this. Sorry, I'm on Wikipedia, just trying to get this information as we're talking. This current reign is 225 days.
Did that beat Undisputed Era?
No, the record. I'm looking right now. But the record is actually Axiom. Axiom. I mean, I'm not Axiom. Ascension.
Oh, what was Ascension?
Oh, a year. One solid year.
And then
they beat the ones that Tomato Cans during that reign too.
I don't see them going for the year.
Oh no, I don't think so either. Combined, by the way, the 2 combined title reigns are almost a year. The 2
Yeah.
combined title reigns they've had.
did they beat Undisputed Era?
No, Undisputed Era has that record though. They have the combined record.
What's the Undisputed Era?
Hang
record?
on, the combined record is 550 days. And that's Undisputed Era. Combined
Fuck.
record. But still, that's a long
What's
time.
their longest reign?
I'm trying to figure that out. Problem is, this is not an organized page. This is not a very organized page. You know, this is not the most organized Wikipedia page because no one.
Okay, I have a question
Yeah,
question for
enough.
Christian.
Yes.
while I figure this out.
Who do you think would be the team that they would drop the belts to?
I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I don't know half the tag teams in NXT.
Well, they're all in that tag team gauntlet you watched.
Uh, I don't think any of them will because unless somehow, and this is a long shot, somehow Hank and Tank win by Axiom and Frazier accidentally costing like each other and like arguing with each other. I saw that face. What happened?
No, I just found something. I would say in a second, Kat.
If somehow Hank and
Go ahead.
Tank can walk out of Stand Deliver as NXT Tag Team Champions, the world would be shocked.
So, the record is the Ascension. That is the record of a year. The Fraxium has the second longest reign in the history of NXT. They currently have the second longest reign at 225 days plus. After them, the only other teams that are over 200 days are MSK and the Authors of Pain. They're the only other teams over 200 days on one reign.
Wow.
Because the Undisputed Era had 3 different reigns, so there was 3 different things. And the
then
longest
DIY.
reigns, but like those are the longest reigns in NXT, are just over 200 days.
Fuck.
Dallas had it for 175, but that was also during the pandemic too. But like,
Gallus won the tag titles?
but yeah, it's interesting. Isn't it? Like they don't have longer title reigns for this belt in NXT that often. So like Sanity. Oh, Undisputed Era. Here we go. Undisputed Era was longest reign with 180,
Okay.
Wow.
where they beat Sanity for the belts, by the way.
Oh my god.
So
So who's the guy that is that Jensen that's
I think
teaming
they,
up with?
I think Jensen and I said his name last night. I forgot his name now. That he's attacking with. I think they could be the team. But they are. I thought they were going to be the team to beat him last time. Honestly, you know what I mean. I honestly thought they were going to be the team to beat him. To be quite honest with you, the Japanese guy that I can't think of his name right now.
I know. I can't think of it either.
If I know what you're talking about, but they might be able. They might be the team. They might be the team to do it.
I think so. I don't see the no quarter catch crew getting it. Not
Well,
yet.
I'll answer, but like I could actually see Jensen and I can't think of his name, them being the ones that beat him. I can't
Right.
I can't see that.
Somehow I see Hank and Tank actually pulling it out.
Maybe I'm sticking with Fraxium. I never get a pick, But I'm going to go with the Frack team until they lose. Honestly, I can't pick against them until they lose. This
Nope. Unless it's a match that you know they're gonna lose.
And even then, I'm still picking them against. I'm still picking them because I picked them against the Hardys, and the Hardys still beat them. So like,
They'll have the titles until they get called up.
Let's move on.
At the rate they're going.
Let's move on to the NXT North American Championship. This is officially Ricky Saints' first defense. It is against All Eagle Ethan Page.
Oh, Eagle.
All Ego.
There you
Ethan
go.
Page. Go fuck yourself.
You know what I say to that?
What
is it, The Rock now? Go fuck yourself.
Anyway,
You know what?
Saints, stop. Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page. If this is a longer title reign for Ricky, and if Ethan Page wants to get a TNA World Heavyweight Championship shot next Saturday, I would lean toward Ethan Page, but there's no way to take the belt off Ricky yet, right? There's no way.
No.
I think I know who's gonna win. He's gonna cash in, and it's gonna be Ching Chong Wing Wong.
Okay,
is
stop.
gonna
That joke isn't making any sense.
Oh,
That joke doesn't
jeez.
work here.
Ricky Saints is gonna win.
Okay, Christian, that joke doesn't work
Oh
here.
wait, hold on. Okay, fine. I have a better joke then. And then Sean Spears is gonna come back for his title, and then cash in on Ricky Saints.
I'm not gonna bullshit you. I am surprised with all the triple threat matches and multiple man matches we have at WrestleMania weekend. This is not one of them. I'm not surprised. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. That Ricky that he actually moved on so quickly from this belt.
Who, Sean?
Sean Spears moved on quickly. So
And you can highlight that for people watching. 3 former AEW superstars fight for an NXT
I know
title.
they could have done that, but Sean Spears did a promo saying he's moving on from this title. So
Wow.
but all right.
I gotta go with Ricky because Ricky's red hot right now, and for them not to put the belt or keep the belt on him, would cause a major disruption.
Well, like I said, Ethan Page is currently in the main event scene over in TNA. So like, at least he has a valid reason to be there because he is one of the men. He actually did beat Joe Hendry, so it's actually a valid reason to be over there. You know what I mean? It's actually valid. Yep. But we'll talk about that on next Thursday's show.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's move on. We get to our main event of the show. It is the NXT Women's Championship. It is Stephanie Bakir versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker.
Miss Parker.
Christian, go first.
I'm gonna go with Stephanie Bakir retaining.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
I'm gonna go with that, even though Jada, God, the emotional promo she put on for 2 minutes. God, we learned a lot about her in the matter of 2 minutes for a promo. Jordan Grace, she's too new, and Julia just returned.
I did not want a 4-way. I didn't want a 4-way. I thought this was going to be 2 different matches. Honestly, I thought if Julia was coming back, we could have done Stephanie versus Julia and Jordan versus Jada.
Mm-hmm.
Or Julia versus Jordan and Jada versus Stephanie. Like, there were so many combinations. You could have had 2 separate matches on the show.
Or Stephanie and Jordan, like it was supposed to.
But like we could have done that. Except for here, Dad. What do you think?
I think originally the plan was supposed to be Julia's return match against Stephanie, but all of a sudden you have the storyline with Jordan and Jada, so now they figure, well, let's combine the 2. To me, I think that's a big you shouldn't. But now that you've got this all in the mix, it's kind of hard to say, okay, that Stephanie may retain, because I think Jordan is the focused one out of the 4. And Stephanie, she now understands the prestige of having the championship and having all the media press and everything like that. And I don't know if she is going to take this match lightly.
Well, you literally contradicted yourself with that entire sentence, by the way.
Yeah, that was...
You contradicted yourself halfway through that sentence. But I'm going to go with you pick Jordan, officially.
Yes.
Okay, making sure. The problem is, you said Jordan, and then you literally contradicted yourself as the sentence continued. But here's how I look at things. Julia was not supposed to be back yet.
No.
She was not supposed to be back yet. She was supposed to miss this show. The whole reason for the title change. A title change was not supposed to happen. Yes. I think that match was supposed to be here. The title should be had at the Garden. It happened to work out. Then it happened to be at the Garden. It happened to work out. I think that match was supposed to be tonight on this show. Instead, we ended up with a triple threat match, and then Julia would happen to be able to come back. That's how we ended up here. I think Stephanie's retaining. I think she's going to have the belt for a while. I don't expect Julia to be down here long. I honestly don't. I don't expect any Julia to be in NXT long. I don't expect any Jada to be down here long.
I think Julia and Jada are going up soon.
I think Jada's ready too. Like Jada's ready, Julia's ready, Jordan's here. I think we're gonna have a Stephanie Jordan feud. Jordan will hold it up this year. I just don't think it's gonna be here.
Yep.
You know. So that's where I'm standing. But I'm gonna send you the clip of what you said and realize how you contradicted yourself. By the way, because it was bad. It was bad even for you. It was bad even for you. That's the only reason I called you out on it because it was bad. Let's move on to the main event of the show. It is the NXT Championship match. It is Ova Femi. Thank you. Trick Williams.
Whoop that trick.
And Javon.
He bouncy.
By the way, we didn't plan that. No, we didn't plan that.
Hey! I got a like.
Okay, so
Thank you.
I'm going to start with Dad on this one because I've been starting with Christian on most of these matches. So I won't do that.
Oh, that does actually. Wait, like. I don't know.
Christian's distracted right now. Dad, go.
Okay.
It does. You thumbs up and it gives you a thumbs up.
I gotta go with the odds-on favorite, and I gotta go with Trick Williams.
I'm letting you talk.
I to me, Trick's hungry. He seems determined.
Then why does he
wants his belt back, and I think this is the time to get it back.
Okay. I completely disagree with you. I completely disagree with you. If we're getting a title change, it's going to be Evans. Honestly, if we're going to do a title change tonight.
If it's going to be. No, do you know what they should do? If for a callback to the what was it? The game? What is it called?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The match where you put in the penalty box if you get pinned.
Oh, the Iron Survivor Challenge.
Iron Survivor Challenge. What they should do is, oh my fucking god, my phone is not going off.
You're fine. Just ignore it.
The problem is I can't. For the match, Oba hits Trick with the choke slam. Javon Evans comes off the ropes with the cutter, exactly how the Iron Survivor match ended, but Evans actually gets the pin this time on Oba. Call back to the Iron Survivor Challenge with the time right now, but Evans finally gets the pin on Oba Femi, beating Oba and getting the title.
Now, that's an intriguing idea. I actually like that.
Finally proving he could have won that match or tied it up.
I think my issue here is I think if you're going to beat Oba for the belt, it should be a one-on-one match.
Yep.
I honestly think if you're going to take the belt of Oba,
I'm going to be dead honest. Trick should not be here.
I actually, honestly, Javon shouldn't be here because this match should be a rematch. It should be Trick's rematch. Because Trick never got his rematch. This should be Trick's rematch, honestly. But it's not. I don't see them taking the belt off him. I guess we're all going to go different here. We're going to be differently here because I'm going Oba. I just don't see him taking the belt off Oba anytime soon.
So we're all going with someone else?
Yeah, I think we are.
I'm going with Javon.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going with Trick.
Oba. I honestly don't think they take the belt off him. I think they hold the belt from him for a while. I think they keep the belt on him for a while until they're ready to call him up. Honestly, I can see them calling him up. I see him holding the belt for maybe the next year's Rumble.
I
want to see that.
I see Trick getting called up in the near future, and the feud between him and Carmelo starts.
Actually, I heard an idea that Trick should go up and get back together with Carmelo and have Melo turn on the Miz and have Melo and Trick back together and kind of restart their storyline again for people who didn't see it, like they did with DIY.
Right. Okay.
Where they reset everything, and I think that's smart because Triple H is not going to do what Vince used to do: reset everything a little bit and give them time to tell their own story. And then, if you want to do a Melo Trick match down the road, you do it. Sort of like I expect a Ciampa Gargano match within like 6-7 months. But you wait, and and then you earn it on the main roster like you do with KO and Sammy.
Okay.
You earned it. Same mentality here. You wait and you do it. That's what I would do.
So my thing is this: if that would be to happen, do you think that they would go after the Street Profits for the titles?
I don't even think Street Profits would have the belts. So We'll get to that on Thursday. We'll get to that on Thursday.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna have to build after Friday, but that's a whole different thing. But anyway, that is NXT Stand and Deliver. I told everyone we'll be out of here quick tonight. We'll be out of here pretty quick tonight because there was only that many matches. Well, we have a long show tomorrow. So that being said, let's get out of here. We're gonna close this show tonight. Oba's theme music. This is called Hands of Fate. Hey, don't do that, please. I gotta get to the end of the show. We can get out of here. First of all, actually, while I get this together, on button. That's the wrong button. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Dad. Yeah.
Hey, like the show and comment on YouTuber and Spotify, and follow the show on all platforms as displayed. And Generation Evolution 00. And you can also scan the QR code for more information.
I like it though, but like, this is all written in front of him. I wouldn't know that. It's all written.
Welcome to Generation Revolution 21.
Christian, plug your thing.
Hello. Please stop by the Villains and Riley. Follow me on YouTube. We are at 73 subscribers now. I'm going to be streaming later, so please stop by, join. It's going to be dumb, and it's the villain, not whatever the hell he said. Apparently, we're Generation Revolution now. I'm not the villain. What the hell is that? I'm making fun of this man. Apparently, did you know our show is called Generation Revolution?
Can we not joke about that? Because there is actually a show called that. Can we not joke about that?
Okay.
Like, I'm laughing over here, but I also know the show called that because I looked it up.
Oh, God.
I know that.
Okay, so no copyright, I promise.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for me.
Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow night in this same time slot, come join us again. We're going to be talking about WrestleMania. Woo! I confirmed this morning with Kurt Hoffman, and he'll be here with us tomorrow night.
Woo!
A very, very fun night. So join us tomorrow. Also, one more little programming note. Friday, originally we were going to do a live show, but with my schedule, I don't think it's going to happen. But look for an extra show on Friday, as Dad's talking about. Dad talk about all the Hall of Fame people.
Oh yeah, get old person talk about old shit. Thank you.
That's pretty much going to be Friday show, but it won't be live. There's going to be live, but it's not going to be live anymore just because of timing and how schedules work on Friday. Look at this. I'm grocery shopping for Friday, and I can't trust that the Woodman line is going to actually move, so I can get out of there on time to do a live show. I just can't rely on that.
Especially a holiday weekend, yeah.
Well, I just can't rely on it, so we're not going to. That being said, let's get out of here. Go enjoy Dynamite. Go enjoy Collision tomorrow. Tonight is the night Dynamite now becomes the longest reigning weekly show passing Nitro in prime time tonight. So go enjoy that. We'll see you tomorrow. Talk about WrestleMania. Finish up this week strong. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Blake.
I'm Christian.
I'm Mark. We love you guys.
We've been tuned into the Generation Evolution. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you so very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.